Hello Zimbabwe, a lot of things happening in Zimbabwe, man. Fadzai Mayere being arrested. It's a fun day. You know, something that they've organized just for people to have an awareness of their voters' rights. And they're arrested because of that. Come on, Zimbabwe. Come on, young people of Zimbabwe. When are we going to change? When are we going to stand up for what we believe in? When are we going to think that a vote will change our destiny? You know, it's so saddening that you watch something like that and you see a young person trying to do something for them, for the country, for the people, in their own constituents. And things like that happen and we just sit back and we do not do anything about it. Big up to the Tea Party. You guys are supporting and you're doing everything in terms of voters legislation and trying to educate people and knowing their rights on how to vote and how to go about it, and you know, bringing up everybody on board. But really and truly, the majority of the young Zimbabwean still does not think that it's necessary to vote. This is why the numbers are still low up to now. If you guys think about your future, you'll be turning out in your numbers. We have to beat ZANU-PF by our vote. And we're not talking about being rigged this time, because if there's 13 million of us, let's just take 2 million of the Zimbabwean population being children under the age of 18 that are not eligible to vote. And we just sit back and we watch others do it. When are you going to come to your senses? I've been watching Chris Mutsvanga right now talk about, in the same thing that is talked about. I respect the man because he disregards the government on the things that they are doing, but he still has the same values of saying that if they're the war veterans, then they still need to have some kind of power within the government. No, we should be protecting what they have or what they did for us to be in power. We should start be running the country as the young people, the educated young people that Zimbabwe has. This is sad. I don't even know what to say. We say take to the streets. We don't look at places like France, other countries like France. Where UK, America, when they say they're taking to the street, they go and stand up for their belief. We do not do that. We learn to push other people up front and we sit back and say it's okay. Because you are not there, you're scared to get beaten, you're scared to turn out in a mass. You're scared to be counted. When will we ever be counted, Zimbabwe young people? And I'm talking just to the young people, I'm not talking to the old people. When are we going to learn to say that we're going to push a vote that will liberate us? Take us out of the diaspora. Your brothers, your sisters that are out there. When is it going to take them out? This is sad. This is very sad for me, and it's disheartening to see that this is what has become, it's always been the norm, but still the standing up for our people as a generation, as a young generation, is still not there. I was in Zimbabwe a few months ago, and just to say that Have you registered to vote? Are you going to register to vote? And the same notion is Zanu icha wina chete. So when are we going to win? When are we going to liberate ourselves? Listen, guys, these people fought to liberate the country. It's now time for us to fight to liberate our country from the old. And this is not the colonial. This is the same people that have disempowered us, that have caused us unrest, unemployment, no medication. Education system has gone down. Sewer system has gone down. But we sit back and we watch people like Fadzai Mahere that are trying to do something, and we do not stand behind them. I was talking to a few people a few days ago, and they made me very upset because they said, what is she going to deliver? I said, why not stand up and try and be behind her so that you can see what she can deliver? But still the notion is ZANU-PF will always be up front and ZANU-PF will always win. No, let us go and do something about it. Young people of Zimbabwe, stand up and do something about it, because this is killing us. This is killing your kids, your future kids. And if you do not see it, and if you've not come up to your senses up to now, and you have a birth certificate and an ID, something that can make you register to vote, then we are definitely a dying nation. Because you failed to do what they did. You are failing to do what they did. It's time you wake up, young people of Zimbabwe, and know that this country is yours. And it's time you take ownership of this country. It's people like you that do not stand up. It's people like you that are unemployed and still living mumbamana maivenyu nana baboenyu. Maybe ana maivenyu food baatove znunzi harao. You still sitting there. Munotoene vana food vanotogara imomo because you've all impregnated somebody or you've been impregnated, but you still sit back and say somebody else will do it. No, somebody else is you. It's not Fadzai Mahere. It's not Pastor Evan. It's not what the Tea Party brings to the table so that you can watch and Facebook is interesting. It's about time that a young person of Zimbabwe would stand up and rise up and take ownership. What you were educated for, what you are missing in your life. I am very upset and very concerned of the future of Zimbabwe if we remain with the same thought. If we're not even willing to vote, willing to safeguard your votes, your voters' rights. Where do you want to go, young people of Zimbabwe? Where do you want to be? Who wants the most educated nation, most illiterate nation in Africa? Not even talking about Southern Africa, in the whole of Africa. But what's happening today? What's happening? We're becoming like Tanzania back in 1992, where they could not even speak English. In 1992, most of you that hold an ID right now could speak fluent English without even the accent of your fathers that educated you in those schools. But today you sit back and you let this country with this government run us down. chase us away, and we just sit back. This is BS, young people of Zimbabwe. This is BS. It's time you grow up, and it's time you started taking ownership of the people that you are, of the country that you love. I'm very upset. Very, very upset. Stand up. Rise up. This is yours. This is going to be your vote. Own up. Want it. Educate others about it. And take it. It's time ZANU-PF went out with the tails in between their legs, because we do not want to give them a chance to even rig this vote. This is your vote, not ZANU-PF's vote. Your mothers that congregate at these rallies, so-called rallies, hungry in the sun, and yet they've got no food on their table, and yet you're going to eat just vegetables, sometimes with no cooking oil, and then you allow certain things like that to happen. Stop being scared. Stand up, Zimbabwe, and fight for your rights. Mugabe brought, in 1980, he brought Bob Marley to Zimbabwe to sing Stand Up for Your Rights, a song that he wrote in one day. Just a song he wrote in one day, but with so much belief, and you not even believing it even after 38 years. It's no longer a song. It should become your national anthem to stand up for your rights, Zimbabwe. No more. Enough is enough. I do not stand for this government, and so should you. Think about it.